everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Vicky and this is my 35-week pregnancy update and also a little bit of a anxiety kind of pregnancy emotions, how I've coped with it, how I feel, hoping that it will help some people that may be in the same sort of position. So I haven't got my piece of fruit for this week's pregnancy update, I apologise. I am 35 weeks pregnant. I am pregnant with a little boy, so I'm due on September the 1st. Now, I'm just going to run through what symptoms I've been having in this last week. So I've been having Braxton Hicks again, not as regularly as I was a couple of weeks ago, but I have been having them and I've got super sore lower back pain. So it's almost like a lower back ache, like a dull ache, like right on my coccyx. I'm sure all of you guys can relate if you are also around a similar gestation of pregnancy. So this lower back pain also then travels down into my leg and it almost feels like he's on the sciatic nerve. Now, I've never had anything like that, but it feels like electric shock kind of running down the back of my leg. The other thing I've got back, which I thought I'd got rid of, is the cramps in my legs. So when I wake up in the night, I tend to kind of move position and stretch my legs out. When I stretch my legs out, my legs just cramp instantly. So I have to make I point my toes down. I have to make my foot really flat to get rid of the cramp. So that's a bit annoying, but it's not too bad. Sleeping, I'm not finding too bad at the moment. And when it's really hot, I don't like it, but actually it's not that bad. I'm obviously getting more tired in the afternoon, so I do feel like I have to sit down and relax a little bit more, which Vicky with a rocket up her bum isn't the easiest. I have decided to stop going to the gym now for the last 5 weeks. I explained in my last video that I had a little bleed. They did explain to me that it was nothing to do with me going to the gym. But we have decided as a couple between us that it's probably just best for me to relax and not do anything that could potentially strain me, because if I had something like that again, it's just an inconvenience. It's an inconvenience to have to keep going into the hospital and seeing the doctors and whatnot, when actually I could maybe prevent it by not overexerting myself. As I've said, they've said to me that it could be nothing to do with that, because I went to the gym the entire pregnancy, and actually in the really early stages I was going a lot and I was lifting like really heavy weights because I didn't feel like I was pregnant. So yeah, if it was that, it probably would have happened earlier on, but anyway, it's happened twice and that is enough for us to decide that we're not going to do that. So this nerve in my leg is like actually really hurting me now. You can really see I'm like rubbing the bottom of my back. I find rubbing the bottom of my back really helps. If anyone's got any suggestions of what else could help, then that would be great. I know maybe a warm bath, but our bath is like so tiny. I just don't fancy that. But anyway, so I'm just gonna go on my Baby Centre app and I'm gonna tell you what the Baby Centre app says. So your baby at 35 weeks is about the same weight as a honeydew melon. They're quite big, aren't they? So that's 5.3 pounds. Measures 46.2 centimetres from head to crown, and he will gain 28 grams a day over the next few weeks. I definitely feel like my bump is bigger. So yeah, like it definitely feels bigger. It may be possible to know how your baby's moving in your womb by just looking at your bump. Depending on his position, you may see a rise as he rolls over. Yeah, so I have noticed like the bum sticking out, or the foot or the leg, which is really lovely. So that's really nice. So it says you may be feeling as though you've run out of room and your womb has grown to many times its original size and is now up under your ribs. Now, I actually don't feel like mine is up under my ribs. I actually feel like my bump has dropped, which is really weird. I think he's really low down. I'll find out like next week, I think. No, I find out on my 36 week. Yeah, so it will be like next week. I'll find out on my 36 week appointment how engaged he is. She did say on my last appointment this week that his head was really low down. I know that's probably why I've been getting the back pain and this sort of like pelvic pressure. So he's definitely down there. and I can feel it, but it actually says that you'll be more breathless. Now, I think I'm less breathless now than I was in the early days. When I'd be filming this video previously, I'd actually have to stop and take breaths. Obviously, I edit that out, but I'm fine, she says. So I honestly feel like he's dropped a bit, and a lot of people say to me the shape of my bump has dropped. Obviously, I'll show you that in a minute. So that's odd that I'm feeling like that. Baby taking up so much space, you may find that kicks and jabs are uncomfortable. Yes, I often like, ow. So this is quite important actually, and this will lead me on to my next part of the video. So while it is normal for your baby's movements to feel different in the last few weeks of pregnancy, your little one should still be moving just as much as before. If you ever feel that your baby isn't moving as much as normal or have any questions about your baby's movements, contact your midwife straight away. I am a bit of a paranoid android, a bit of a nervous wreck, obviously after the couple of bleeds that I've had, which I couldn't control. The other day, when was it? I ended up going into my local community hospital to be monitored because I was concerned about fetal movements. I actually knew in the back of my mind he was fine. It was a really, really hot day, so I probably just hadn't felt him as much because I just hadn't. It actually transpired when I got to hospital that he had moved and he was back to back, which would explain the difference in the movements I was feeling, which led me to worry. Now, I am a massive worrier. This leads me on to, as I say, the next part of the video, which is anxiety. So I do not particularly like the label I am an anxious person, because I'm not, generally speaking. I know some people are, but I'm not. But during this pregnancy, I have definitely been more anxious than normal. So this has come out in ways of obviously being worried about the baby. And I know most mums being pregnant will experience this. So obviously they're the most precious thing to you, and you want to do everything you can to make sure they're safe. My kind of anxiety, anxiousness, I don't know, causes me to overthink. So I'm a massive, if anyone knows me, I'm a massive overthinker anyway, but since I've been pregnant, oh my goodness, it's so much worse. And I know I'm not alone. I know people that feel the same, but overthinking things is a big part of, has been a big part of this pregnancy. So it could be something trivial like, what time shall I start getting ready for this? Or what shall I pack for going to here? Or what, I don't know, what shall I wear? It's honestly such trivial things. But obviously the biggest one is, you know, is my baby moving? Is he all right? That I know is normal, but I just wanted to speak about it because I think it's a taboo subject that not a lot of people speak about, and a lot of people kind of keep it inside, and I think that actually you should definitely talk to someone. Now, I am super lucky that I have got so many friends around me, and I've got the most supportive husband ever. So if ever I'm feeling like that, he is so good. He just talks to me and says, you know, come on, don't be silly, and he rationalizes things and says, you know, what you're actually like obsessing over really isn't important. So to give an example, aside from worrying about the baby and having to go into hospital, so well, that was purely me overthinking it. So that was someone in the day had told me a story about a loss of a baby, and it was playing on my mind. Then I started over analysing my baby's movements, and although I could feel him move, I was like, it's not normal, it's not normal. Couldn't stop thinking about it. It got to 9 o'clock at night, and my husband just said to me, Vicky, you're not going to sleep. Go and see the midwife, because I think she could put your mind at ease, and then you'll get a good night's sleep and you'll just feel so much better. So I went to that appointment knowing that things were probably okay, but I needed that reassurance. I needed someone to tell me it was okay. So that was that one. Another stupid or really silly example is what I wore to my baby shower. So I bought an outfit months and months ago, back in March, for my baby shower. As it drew closer, I started to think, I can't wear that, it's see-through, it's a bit short. and there were other reasons why, but I was like, I don't want to wear it. So I ordered like loads and loads of different outfits. Of course, got to the day and I freaked out. It was so silly. I was literally in such a bad mood about it. I kept like thinking, oh my goodness, what, I haven't got anything to wear, I mean, I had loads to wear. In the end, I ended up wearing it and it was absolutely fine and I felt really comfortable. But my point is that I obsess over things that are not important, things that just, and I'm like that pre-pregnancy, but being pregnant, I think, releases a hormone which kind of makes me feel even more so like that, and you know, a bit insecure and things like that. So I just kind of wanted to say it was okay. And if anyone's had any other experiences, definitely give me a message. When I last said something like that on my video, I said if anyone's had an experience of the bleeding, please get in contact. And a lovely girl did contact me and that made me feel so much better. So I suppose the whole point of this is that we're all in this together, and we can talk about it and like speak to each other, and hopefully we can like, you know, make each other feel better. And I'm all for like women like empowering each other and like bringing people up. So if you don't have a supportive partner at home, then definitely reach out to anyone that you think may be in a similar situation, and I'm sure just a few words will make you feel better. So yeah, I hope that helped. So I'm just going to go on to my bump update now. So I'm just going to show you my bump. I have stupidly worn a dress again, so I'm going to hope that I can get my bump in this shot without showing you my knickers. I just chucked a pair of shorts on. So here is my ever-growing bump. Can you see what I mean when I say it's dropped? It's quite low, but yes, definitely sticking like super far out. No stretch marks currently, but I'm sure that they will come because this baby definitely feels big. That is my 35-week bump. So as I say, I am using the same products as I was previously using, which is the Palmer's Cocoa Butter and the Clarins Tonic Oil. So yeah, that is it. The final thing I would say about my pregnancy update is I said that I had a craving for fizzy drinks. I'm currently on my first week of Invisalign. I took it out for this video. I apologise. I took it out for this video just so I could talk properly because it does give me a slight lisp. But I can only drink water when I've got it in, so it's fine. You know, I think that maybe it wasn't a craving because I can actually stop myself having it, but it was more that I just really liked them. So it's kind of a good thing. I'm just drinking water. It also stops me from snacking in between meals. So I'm having like 3 huge meals a day rather than 3 really healthy meals and then like loads of snacks in between. So I am terrible for snacking. I've realised it since I've had this brace, because like basically you can't eat with them in. And when you do eat, you have to brush your teeth after so that you don't get particles of food stuck in it. So yeah, it's just not worth the snacking. That was my 35-week pregnancy update. So next on the agenda for getting ready for the baby is getting in the nursery sorted. Oh my goodness, like it's so not even sorted, and I've got 5 weeks left, 5 to 7 weeks, but that could be 2 weeks, it could be 3 weeks, and I do not have the nursery sorted. So that needs to get sorted. I won't be doing a nursery tour because I think I said previously the room is just hideous, but it's a space to put his stuff. But maybe I will do an organising video for you all. If there's anything else you want to see from my channel, please let me know, and thank you all for the continued support, and I will see you all in the next video. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.